Many believe that US President Donald Trump's declaration of Jerusalem al-Quds as the capital of Israel almost killed the prospects of peace between the Israelis and the Palestinians. A look at the course of events in the occupied lands of Palestine over the past month shows things are changing for the worst. Almost every day, clashes, arrests, stabbings, killings, and other instances of violence. The sudden rise of violence has now been officially acknowledged by the Israeli security agency Shin Bet. The agency has reported at least 113 cases of attacks by Palestinians against the Israelis only in January. The count provided by Palestinian officials stands at 500. This has now triggered concerns that a spillover of anger into a new Palestinian uprising could be just around the corner. The Israeli officials may rarely acknowledge this, but the stakes are extremely rising against their interests almost on all fronts. In the south, the situation in the Gaza Strip has always been tense. Up in the north, risks of a conflict with Lebanon or with some of the warring parties inside Syria are increasing by the day. The attacks by Palestinians against the Israelis in the West Bank has now opened a new front for the Israelis. But the nature of the crisis there is totally different. It does not involve taking up arms. Rather, what the Israelis face is a desperate expression of anger by the Palestinians toward the Israelis. An anger that has become even stronger after Trump's declaration of Jerusalem al-Quds as the capital of Israel.
Well, this is an important point, and it shows the dangerous times that Palestine, Israel, and the rest of the world is moving towards as things become more and more desperate. Those with the power are wielding it with a more brutal hand. And we do see an escalation of threats from America towards the rest of the world. Massive military support for Israel. I mean, they're obviously gearing up for some of the major conflict in the Middle East, and Israel is being militarily supported to do that. And then, of course, the increasing belligerence from the leadership of America. You know, we've seen it with the, basically the rubbishing of 50 years of international laws regards not recognizing Jerusalem as the capital of Israel.
Meanwhile, there have been indications that more Israelis and Palestinians favor violence as the solution to end their conflict. An opinion poll carried out by the Israelis shows the number of Palestinians who support an armed struggle against Israel has doubled over the past 6 months. More Israelis to the same degree are now backing a decisive military action to end the conflict with the Palestinians. These all promise that things in the occupied lands of Palestine could deteriorate in a future not too far. What is happening between the Israelis and the Palestinians is undoubtedly the outcome of the controversial decision by US President Donald Trump. It is likely that his administration had anticipated the consequences of declaring Jerusalem al-Quds as the capital of Israel and come up with some solutions to prevent the deterioration of the conflict. It appears that the right time to present their solutions to the world has not yet come. This is because, as the US political establishment is, for presently, acting like a bystander toward the rise of violence in the West Bank, with its arms folded.